My arena tokens have piled up and they're about to run out. I don't even have time for a full intro. I am Colred. This is Colred Plays. Let's go play some arena. If you enjoy the content you see here on Colred Plays Raid Shadow Legends and you'd like to support the channel, there are several ways that you can help. First and foremost, please smash that like button for this video and any of our videos that you enjoy. Second, leave a comment. Comments in our videos actually help with the engagement portion of the YouTube algorithm that spreads our videos far and wide. Third, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and turn on notifications so you get informed whenever we upload new content. And finally, if you're interested, we do offer paid subscriptions to the YouTube channel. You can find out the cool perks that you get and all the pricing information from the main channel page right here in YouTube. Thanks so much for all of the support, and let's get back to the video. All right, as you can see, I'm at the bottom of Gold 5, so my goal is to clear this page as much as possible. I have 16 minutes until my next tokens burn out. I've got 8 in the reserves right now, so I really need to get moving. So the first thing I want to do is I want to use my Go First Arena team to just burn through as many easy wins as possible, but I don't want to use up gems if I can help it. I don't want to refresh with gems. So I do have one free refresh. I do have to watch out for this Hefrak here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and pull Genbo out. Put in a champion that ignores Stone Skin because Hefrak is often in Stone Skin. There he is. So we want to just make sure that we do look at the teams. We don't just want to run into them blind. We do have to watch out here. All right, we'll do that. That works. So if we transform Hefrak, he's not going to nuke us out when we kill all of his buddies. And then we can just go ahead and put the full auto on. So, like I said, we don't want to burn any gems if we can help it. We just want to rush through this as quickly as possible. So again, having a few teams that you know that you can switch amongst really quickly, really easily, that can be very helpful in allowing you to burn through different kinds of teams with still a very high success rate. So I'm hoping to win 10 out of 10 here. If I can't, if I have to like use up an extra token or two just to go against a team that maybe, you know, will take 2 or 3 tries to beat, that's fine, right? I'm literally going to lose these tokens. All of these tokens are flying out the window if I don't use them. So I don't need 100% win rate in order to get value here. I still want a high win rate, but really speed is of the essence. And also I want to try to make sure that I am, well, I guess accurately predicting which team I should put in against the defenses that I see. As you can see here, my Go First Arbiter team. It's not perfectly speed tuned, by the way. My Arbiter's gotten so fast that she's now disconnected from my Deacon. And I could remove Wukong here and reconnect it with Astrid. Astrid is actually a bridge champion for me. But okay, so let's go ahead and pull these. That gives us 5 extra minutes for the next stack. Now here, you know, teams like this you have to watch out for because I keep want to call her Doom Priest. Skullcrown here has that unkillable buff, but I'm rocking Genbo. Genbo ignores unkillable, so hopefully that'll just burn right through this team. That's one of the reasons why I like rocking Genbo. He also hits really hard, which is excellent. Okay, so let's see about this one. This has got double revivers. Hopefully we hit hard enough. We have that double nuke with the Wukong. So Wukong is not really built as a nuker. He's built more as a buff stripper. He's kind of a hybrid build. It's not as strong as it could be, but it's not awful. And he does a pretty good job here in Gold 5. Now in live arena, it's a little bit different, right? In some 3v3 arena, I'm trying to push gold. It's a little bit different, but for right now, he seems to be doing okay. I actually am thinking about rebuilding him during this free re-gearing event that's going on currently so that he can help me with the new event dungeon, but he would need significantly more accuracy than he has currently. One of the keys to this Go First team is how fast my Arbiter is. You can see I've won every speed race. I have not lost a speed race. So that's something that, you know, if you're trying to figure out for yourself. All right, we can get the next one here. All right, 10. And if I can get through these 10, I've got a little bit of breathing room. So yeah, that's something that, you know, if your Arbiter's not as fast as mine, you need to be a little bit more picky with the targets. Maybe you have a Go Second team that you can pick into teams when you know you're going to lose the speed race. Here's another, right, unkillable champ in Leorius, but Genbo doesn't care. That's why he is my main arena nuker, because when I come up against teams like this, I don't want to have to swap out. I have to swap out for Stone Skin, and there are Stone Skin champions you can expect, Bomb champions, and Hefrak, right? So this is where I make the swap, but I don't typically pull Genbo. I could pull Genbo. Sometimes I could pull Wukong. It's really, you know, dependent upon the team that I see. Here we're going to pull Genbo. And the reason I pulled Genbo and not Wukong is because there's a Mithrala. So there's a lot of chances for extra buffs, and I want to have another chance to strip the buffs. Let's see, we got the buff there. Now we're going to take the hit. That wasn't too bad. Let's go ahead and manualing. Ooh, that was surprising. Their Hefrak is tanky. Manualing Arena can be a really good way to improve your win rate in several ways. Not just improving your win rate by beating the team in front of you, right? But also teaching you about which champions counter which other champions. What teams work well into what team. I don't know about this. We're going to have to see if we can. I think we can do this. We're going to go ahead and AoE nuke. There we go. You also get to learn, you know, interesting team compositions that you come up against, and you can see how they work. So that can teach you, you know, things that you can do with your own team. Not too bad here. Still winning the speed race. I was a little bit worried about this one. This one looked like could have been dangerous, but we did okay. My Wukong hits decently hard. Like I said, he's not built as a nuker, but he does give me a second opportunity to just kind of weaken everybody so that my main nuker can nuke them out. All right, now we've got two teams here at the bottom with decent team powers compared to mine. You can see my team power when I come in here is about 379, 353. So I still feel pretty good. And this one's 379 because of the mythic. If we go back to my normal one, you can see this is 293. So taking the 293 into 353 certainly could work. Could certainly work. But, you know, there are reasons why you might want to take, you know, some other champions. I'm going to try this. The Go First team here. We should certainly win the speed race unless their Armands was going super fast. There we go. So as you can see, even though I'm giving away 60,000 team power there, doing just fine. Now this is a different kind of team. We have a Tormund, and so if we win the speed race, we could actually lose the fight. So we're going to do this a little bit differently here. They've got an Armands and a Wukong. This is actually a tricky fight. This is a tricky fight. I do not like going into this team composition at all, but it's the 10th one on the list, and I need to clear the list for the free refresh. So we're going to still try to win the speed race, I think. And then I'm going to put Pythion here is in Stone Skin. So that's hopefully going to give me a cleanse for the team. The question is, should I bring in my Armands? I think I will. I think I'll bring in my Armands and my Mesimel. If I can kill the Wukong, even if I'm frozen, as long as Mezimel can block revive the Wukong, this will be a win in the long run, I think. Because Pytheon is also strong affinity to Armands. Okay, so let's go ahead and... There we go. That's good. Now I can revive, and they're still stunned. Go ahead and turn meter reduce a little bit. And come on. There we go. That should be a win. All right, so let's go ahead and block revive Wukong. And then we can now gamble with those freezes. We don't care so much. And this should be, sorry, this is a little bit slow, but this is what happens when you come up against a Torment. This is why Torment is so good on defense. It can also be really good on offense. If you go into a go first team and you're worried about losing the speed race, Torment can provide some nice insurance for you. All right, we'll put that on auto. Doing all right. We're doing all right. Have we lost one yet? I don't think we've lost one yet. So that's 2 pages cleared. Now we get the free refresh, right? And we can go ahead and pick off some easier teams and take the next 10 pack of tokens. Oh, okay. This is something I'm going to have to manual. When there is stone skin, sometimes your AI goes wonky. You just have to make sure that you target the way you're supposed to. We got lucky there with the Wukong buff strips. That was really nice. We got both stone skins. But their Wukong's going to revive now, which is frustrating, and he's going to steal them back. Little turn meter decrease there. There we go. It's really nice to have, I forget what the name of the mastery is, but the mastery that reduces turn meter when you hit an enemy with your first A1. I have that on both my Deacon and my Arbiter, and sometimes that's all you need to really save yourself. It'd be quite nice. This could be kind of a monster team. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull in Mezimel here. The reason I'm pulling in Mezimel is because she can ignore Stone Skin. There's also a chance that I could just block revive the Harima. Oh. Now, one hit will go towards the UDK, but the other one will land on the Harima because it's a double hit. And so let's see if we can block Reviver. Yeah, we can. And then we can just go full auto and let the AI take it home. Oh, I hate Stone Skin. I hate Stone Skin with the passion. I really, really do. I've only recently started using it myself with any real effectiveness. I have two arena champions built in Stone Skin. I did recently pull Hefrak, so I'll probably build him in Stone Skin. And then that'll give me a fun option with Wukong. Wukong and Hefrak are a great combo because Wukong dies all the time, and that activates Hefrak's passive, where he nukes. All right, I may have to manual this a little bit. This is a lot of defense here. Let's see if we can get... There we go. Yeah, so, you know, it's good to find combos that work really well. And again, that's another reason to manual, is to see those combos in action in the teams that you're fighting against, and then figure out what counters them. What do you have on your roster that counters them, and what do you have on your roster that struggles with them? And that allows you to know, when you're building them for yourself, you know, where the advantage lies. All right, so here is Hedgy team, and Hegemon goes first. So this is, we're going to change this up. We've got a couple of Hegemon teams back to back here. So let's see. I'm going to pull, yep, we're going to pull our 10 here. Jump back in. We're going to take on these two Hedgy teams. Looks like just the two. Now, Hedgy always goes first, and he does have a lockout. So you have a couple of options here. It is a debuff. It's not a cooldown increase like Yumiko or Warlord. Those go through Stone Skin because they're not debuffs technically, but Hedgy can be blocked by Stone Skin. So we're going to go ahead and bring in UDK, who's in Stone Skin, and we're going to bring in Pythion, who's Stone Skin. And then they do have a Reviver. I'm going to bring in my Mezimel. And I'm thinking about who I should bring in here into my fourth spot. I could certainly do somebody like this who's going to give me more opportunities to strip buffs. I might do that. Let's go ahead and do that. It's good to have a second buff strip. I could have brought Wukong, of course. But this also gives us potential for a stun and an ally attack, which can be very useful in this particular case. I'm actually going to go for the AoE stun here. I don't know if I'm going to stun their Duchess. Yeah, Duchess is the one I did not stun. But this gives me a little bit of time to go ahead and kill the DPS threats. So we're going to use the AoE damage this time around. Oh, yeah, that was nasty. That was fun. We could just auto the rest of the way. Mezimel is great. I love Mezimel. She's not rated particularly highly amongst mythicals, but I got to say, I do not regret building her. She has been absolute superstar on my roster for Arena. All right, so here's another one. We're going to do the exact same thing. Now, here's the thing. One of the things that you could do here in this case, if you don't want to get lapped and lapped and lapped, because, you know, there's an Armand's here, there's a rat, right? And all of those, like, these are all ways to get through Stone Skin. So Hegemon can't get through Stone Skin, but Armand's and Nishak can get through Stone Skin. So one of the things you can do here is you can bring in a faster champion with a speed aura like Wukong and put him in the lead, even with your defensive team. That'll just close the speed gap a little bit. You know, you could also do that out with Armand's. You could do it, you know, you could even bring in your Arbiter if you wanted to. So even though Hedgy's going to go first, that aura can't be blocked, right? Now, I'm going to put in my Mithrala. My Mithrala has really high resist. And so I'm hopeful that she will not get the bombs from Nishak and she can cleanse everybody else. Remember, the bombs go through Stone Skin. And then what I'm going to do here is I think I'm going to bring in my Wukong. So if my Wukong dies, he's just going to come back, and he'll come back without the debuffs, and then he can potentially be the one DPS threat. So hopefully, this is going to be a tough fight. They're only 245k. Hopefully, I've got the stats needed to break this team down. So there goes Hedgy. Now, one of the nice things about Armand's, like when you're fighting against him, is his AI is not real smart. So he sees two Stone Skins and he doesn't remove them. He doesn't use a sheep. He just goes for his A1, which is weird, right? We've also got I forgot to say, we've got a couple of polymorphs here. So we polymorphed Nishak. So now we can just put out our Hex, and then Wukong can go ahead and wreck. All right. That was a lot easier than I expected. I think I just had so much more power than that team. That team is very well constructed, but as you can see, I've got more than 100k power over them. And so for speeds and resistances and damage and stuff, I'm just too strong. Plus that polymorph really helped. You can see the power there. Obviously, there's a terrace. This is a strong team. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to that other setup. I'm going to pull in Wukong, UDK, Pythion, and Mezimel. My hope is I'm faster. Oh, they are much faster. That's a problem. Okay. We're going to try. Ooh, that terrace. Damn, that was rough. That was rough. Terrace can be a beast to handle. He honestly can be. I'm wondering if I just should have gone. I should have gone for my go first team. He's going to nuke me out again. SML's going to... No. SML lived. But now she's got... Well, I don't have a choice. I got to hope she survives. No, she didn't. She wouldn't have done the damage without her self buff. So... I think we're about to walk into our first loss here. Maybe Wukong can save the day here. I don't think so, though. Paris is just going to nuke everybody out. No, but he takes down UDK. All right, let's get him kind of handled for a second. All right, Mezamel needs to nuke out that Wukong, block revive. We don't have to worry about Wukong anymore, but we do have to worry about this terrace. So this is getting problematic. Let's see what we can do with the AoE. Paris is too strong, man. He's got a fear. If he loses his turn, no, he didn't lose his turn. All right, we will end that battle. That's our first loss in, I don't know, 30 something tries. I certainly feel like I have a team that could beat this, but I think I have to be faster. I think I'm too slow right now. So I'm going to try my go first team, but I want to try a specific type of go first team. I think I'm going to try to bring in 2 nukers and an ally attack. Now, if we can get to them before they get... I want to see if I can burn Terrace down enough. Yeah, that didn't work. All right. I may just have to concede. Terrace is one of those champions that I walk into and I struggle with. I do, in fact, struggle with. I want to try one more thing here. Actually, let's do this. Let's try that. Look how little damage I did. And I have not affected Duchess at all. That's incredibly frustrating. That's incredibly frustrating. Oh, well. Okay, so I'm going to pass on that one. I do think I could put a team together that would beat it. It might take me 5 or 6 tries. And I don't mind that when I have all these extra tokens, but I've actually burned through most of my tokens now, so it's like I don't need to throw away that win rate. I have a free refresh, right? And let's see, do I have more tokens? So I have a 5 stack. You can see I've got a bunch of arena tokens to go in the days ahead. There is currently, one of the reasons why I'm doing this is there is a classic arena takedown going on right now. So, you know, all of this happened to coincide. You can see I'm in first place, and I got a chance here to get some relentless artifacts. And it's been a while since I've won a tournament and gotten some good relentless gear. So I may as well go for it when I've got all of these extra tokens. Get my red dots out of the way. And so let's just refresh the list, take down one more team, and enjoy our wins. So you got to know, where you're weak. You got to know where you're weak. I know Terrace is a problem for me. I also know that like Duchess is a problem for me sometimes. The stone skin with the Mithrala was really the thing that kept everybody from being able to be manipulated. I do have some other ways to get through stone skin. I could have brought in my own Nishak, see if I could bomb them out. That would have been a good idea. I have an allele who has a way to ignore stone skin or steal it. So I have other options, but honestly, I don't feel like banging my head against that wall today. But I will say this, like, it's still good, even when you're losing to a team. Like, don't just think about the wins. Think about the learning that is available there. How do I beat this team? Can I construct a team from my roster to take this team on? And that's helpful in so many ways, even if it takes 5, 6, 7 tokens, arena tokens, to get the job done. Because you learn from those experiences. And that means in the future, if I come up against a team like that, maybe it would only take 2 or 3 tries. And then if I come up against a team like that even further in the future, now with that experience under my belt, I'm not going to fail. I'm just going to go ahead and take them down. Still, feels like a pretty successful run, pretty good day in arena. I hope that was helpful to you. Let me know in the comments below if this kind of video is entertaining or informative or helpful to you in any way. It's just a little idea I had today, and I did have to burn through those arena tokens, so I figured, why not record it? Why not record it? Okay, that is it for me today. Thanks so much for hanging out. I have been Colred, and I will see you in another video soon.